All right, welcome back to The Explainer. There's this one question that just drives ambitious people absolutely nuts, and it's this. Why is it so hard to get a straight answer from successful people about their secret? Well, today we're going to unravel that mystery. I mean, you've been there, right? It's the classic scenario. You see someone who's just crushing it. They've achieved all these incredible things, and all you want is for them to just give you the roadmap, the playbook. So you ask, hey, what's your secret? And what do you get? Usually some vague, kind of unsatisfying answer. And it's so frustrating. You start to wonder, are they just holding back on purpose? Okay, but here's the thing. What if I told you they're not actually being secretive at all? The real truth is, there is no single magical secret for them to give you. The problem isn't their answer, it's the question itself. And that's exactly what we're going to dig into.
So, okay, if success isn't some secret recipe, then what is it? Well, it's really better to think of it as a mindset. It's this unique way of thinking that you build over a long time, through trial and error. It's a totally personal journey, one that's filled with experiences, the good, the bad, all of it. It's not just some simple checklist of clever tricks or easy shortcuts you can download.
And that right there, that's the fundamental disconnect, isn't it? On one side, you have what we expect. Tricks, shortcuts, some formula we can just copy and paste that'll get us to a destination. But the reality, it's so much more personal, way more dynamic. Success is a mindset you have to develop, a journey you have to go on yourself, and an experience you live through. It's not some prize you just pick up at the finish line.
Okay, so if we can't just get a simple list of instructions, where do the real lessons hide? Well, it turns out they're found by looking beyond the rules and learning from the journey itself.
Look, the real wisdom, it's just not going to be found in a rule book. You pick it up in other ways. You learn from the stories people tell, you see the evidence of their hard work with your own eyes, and this is the big one, you learn by really, truly understanding the unique, specific struggles they had to overcome to get where they are today. But let's just play this out for a second. Let's imagine that a successful person could hand you their exact step-by-step playbook. I'm talking every single decision, every connection they made, every strategy they used. Do you honestly really believe it would work for you in the exact same way? The answer is almost certainly no. And the reason why is actually super simple. Their formula was custom built for their world, for their specific circumstances, their unique challenges, their background. Trying to just copy-paste that into your life, it's like trying to navigate Tokyo today with a map of New York from the 1980s. It just won't work. The entire landscape is different. So if what's your secret is the wrong question, then what's the right one? Well, it turns out that a really simple shift in how we ask the question can unlock pretty much all the wisdom we're looking for. This right here, this is the game changer. The old, ineffective question is, what's your secret to success? It asks for a final product, and honestly, it's a dead end. The new, much more powerful question is this. What challenges did you face and how did you overcome them? That gets to the process. That's where the real gold is, because it uncovers the thinking behind their actions. And this is so, so important. Think about it. Advice without context is just a bunch of empty words, right? To get real value from someone's guidance, you absolutely have to understand the struggle that shaped them. That struggle is what gives the advice its meaning, its weight, and its power. So what does all this mean for you? Well, it all leads to one really powerful conclusion about your own path. Your success just can't be a carbon copy of someone else's because, well, there's no copy-paste button for life. There's a quote that just nails this perfectly. It says, "Success is not a recipe that can be copy-pasted. It is a journey, and everyone has to travel their own." And that's the thing to remember. The fact that your path has to be unique, that's not a bug. It's a feature. That's the whole point. All right, so let's do a quick recap of what we've covered. First, success is a mindset, not a secret. Second, you learn from stories and struggles, not from some clean formula. Third, remember that context is always more important than instructions. And finally, if you really want to unlock that deep wisdom, you have to start asking about the challenges. And that leaves us with one last question, a question for you. You now have the key, the right question, to unlock way deeper conversations and get really meaningful lessons from anyone you admire. So, whose journey are you going to learn from first? Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.